So, you're thinking about home security, right? But are you tired of hearing about those crazy expensive contracts and never ending monthly fees? Well, what if I told you there's a way to build a system that's not only way cheaper, but also gives you complete and total control? That's exactly what we're going to dive into today, your ultimate guide to setting up your own DIY home security cameras. All right, here's the game plan. First, we'll talk about why you'd even want to go DIY in the first place. Then we'll get into the fun stuff, choosing your cameras. After that, a super important section on the legal rules here in the US. You don't want to skip that. We'll walk through the installation step by step and then wrap it all up with some key takeaways to make you a security pro. Okay, let's jump right in. Section 1, why go DIY? Look, when you get right down to it, it's all about two things, and they're big ones: cost and control. Okay, let's dive into this, because the difference is, wow, look at this. On one side, you've got the professional install. Huge upfront costs, right? And then they get you with those monthly fees that just never stop. But with a DIY setup, you buy a kit, usually a pretty affordable one, and that's it. You're done. But you know the real game changer here? The real win is the customization. You get to build a system that's perfect for your house, not some generic package they sell to everyone. All right, so you're sold on the idea. Now for part 2, choosing your gear. This is huge. Seriously, the choices you make right now before you even click buy are going to be the foundation for your entire system. Think of it as your security blueprint. So, the first fork in the road is a big one: wired or wireless. Let's break it down. Wired cameras are your workhorses. They're super reliable, especially the ones with power over Ethernet. That's a fancy way of saying they get power and data from just one cable. Super clean. Your video feed isn't going to drop out when someone microwaves popcorn. The catch? You got to run wires, which might mean some drilling. On the flip side, wireless cameras are just so easy. You can stick them almost anywhere. But you're at the mercy of your Wi-Fi signal, and yeah, you've got to keep those batteries charged. It's that classic trade-off, right? Rock-solid performance versus just plain old convenience. Next up, where are you going to store all this video footage? You've got two main choices. First is local storage. Think of a little box called an NVR, or just an SD card right in the camera. The beauty of this is you buy it once and that's it. No fees. And more importantly, you own the data. It's on your property. The big what if, though? If a burglar grabs that recorder, well, your evidence just walked out the door with them. The other option is the cloud. Your footage is saved online, so it's safe from theft, and you can see it from anywhere. But you're looking at monthly subscription fees, and you have to be comfortable with your video being on someone else's server. Now, what's really interesting here is how the actual shape of the camera tells you what it's best for. Take the bullet camera. It's long, it's obvious, and it basically screams, hey, you're being recorded, which can be a great deterrent all by itself. Then you have domes. They're tougher, more vandal-resistant, and a lot more discreet, great for ceilings or under overhangs. And then there are turret cameras, which are kind of my favorite. They're like the best of both worlds. They give you a nice wide angle, but they don't have the glare issues at night that some domes can have. Super, super versatile. Okay, everybody, listen up. This next section is absolutely critical. I'm not kidding. This part could save you from a massive legal headache down the road. Before you even think about drilling a hole, we have to talk about the legal and privacy rules here in the USA. This is not just about being a good neighbor, folks. It's about following the law. So the whole foundation of U.S. surveillance law comes down to this one key idea: reasonable expectation of privacy. What does that actually mean? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It means you can't point a camera where people would, reasonably expect to have privacy. We're talking about places like bathrooms, bedrooms, or your neighbor's fenced-in backyard. All of those are big no-nos. So, here are the key rules to live by. And just a heads up, this isn't legal advice, but it's a great general guide. First, and this is the big one, only record your own property. Keep those cameras pointed at your yard, your driveway. Second, avoid those areas with that reasonable expectation of privacy we just talked about. Third, be super careful with recording audio. Laws on this vary from state to state. Some require consent from everyone involved, which makes it really tricky. And finally, you might want to consider just posting a little sign that says surveillance is in use. It's a simple step that can go a long way. Okay, now that we've got the legal stuff covered, it's time for the fun part, the build. And listen, don't feel intimidated. I promise we can break this whole thing down into a few simple, totally manageable steps. You got this. And this brilliantly illustrates just how easy it can be.
Okay, step one, plan your placements. Literally walk around your house and figure out the best spots for coverage. Step two, mount the hardware. Get those cameras up securely and run any cables if you need to. Three, get them connected to your network, whether that's Wi-Fi or your NVR. Four is all about the software, setting up motion detection, alerts, all that good stuff. And the final crucial step, test it. Walk around, check the live feeds, make sure everything is working just the way you want it to.
Whew, we have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From planning to picking cameras to the law to the actual install. So now let's wrap it all up. Let's talk about the payoff, the big takeaways that really put the power back in your hands.
So here it is, your DIY security checklist. Number 1, doing it yourself saves you a ton of money and gives you all the control. 2, choose the hardware, wired, wireless, local, cloud, that makes sense for your needs, not someone else's. 3, always, and I mean always, respect privacy and know the local laws. 4, the installation, it's just a series of steps. You can totally do this. And remember, real security is about more than just hardware. It's about having a smart plan. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one last thought. You've just figured out how to lock down the physical perimeter of your home, which is awesome, but that's only half the battle these days, isn't it? So here's my question for you. Your perimeter is secure, but is your password?